Good morning, little Maddie. Time to play. With friends and animals we'll learn today. From A to Z we'll explore with glee. Mornings with Maddie and some animals, please. La la la, it's a magical show. With creatures galore, let's watch them all grow. From A to Z we'll learn together. Mornings with Maddie, it's joy forever.
Oh, how long you been there? I was just getting more water before I started the show. It's time for Mornings with Maddie. And today, yes, we'll be talking about you real soon, okay? Today we're going to be talking about animals that start with the letter, yes, I know, the letter P. And the first one we're going to talk about are parakeets. Parakeets, tiny birds with big personalities. Have you ever walked into a pet store or an aviary and heard a cheerful chorus of chirps and whistles? Chances are you've met one of the most popular pet birds on the planet, the parakeet. But what exactly is a parakeet? It's not just one bird, it's a group of over 115 species of small to medium-sized parrots with long tails. The most famous of all, the budgergar. Budgergar, something like that, or budgie. We'll stick with budgie. It's much easier to say, which is native to Australia. In the wild, budgies travel in massive flocks, sometimes thousands strong, across the open plains of Australia. They're tough survivors, thriving in harsh, dry landscapes for millions of years. Today, parakeets are among the world's most popular pet birds. In the U.S. alone, millions of households keep birds, and parakeets top the list for their friendly nature and low maintenance. Did you know parakeets can learn over 100 words? One record-holding budgie named Puck knew over 1,700. They're quick learners, mimics, and even love music. Some bob their heads to the beat. Their intelligence is impressive. Parakeets solve problems, play games, and build strong emotional bonds with both bird and human companions. And let's talk color. Selective breeding has created over 30 color mutations, from emerald green to sky blue and even rare albino types. These birds are living rainbows. Parakeets are deeply social. In the wild, they mate for life and care for each other. In captivity, they bond with their humans, forming lifelong friendships. And what flyers they are, with wings flapping 12 times a second and hearts beating over 300 times per minute during flight. These tiny birds are mini marvels of aerodynamics. For a healthy life, they need more than seed. A balanced diet includes fresh vegetables and quality pellets. With the right care, pet parakeets can live 8 to 15 years. Oh, and here's something we can't see. Parakeets can detect ultraviolet light. Their feathers glow in UV, which helps them identify mates and read social cues invisible to our eyes. Escaped pet parakeets have even formed wild colonies in cities like London and San Francisco, showing they're not just pets, they're survivors. So whether they're mimicking your ringtone, bouncing to music, or just perched on your finger looking cute, parakeets prove that big personalities come in small, feathered packages. And that's all I have for parakeets. That was so interesting, wasn't it, Maddie? Do you know anyone that has a parakeet for a pet? I don't know of anyone, but I have known people that had them as pets when I was a young boy. So, are you ready for the next animal that starts with the letter P? If you're ready, say ready. All right. Our next animal is the peacock. Peacocks, nature's flashiest show-offs. Few animals capture attention quite like the peacock, with her dazzling plumage and proud strut. Peacocks are living works of art, but there's much more to these birds than just good looks. The term peacock actually refers to the male of the species. Females are peahens, and together they are known as peafowl. The most familiar kind is the Indian peafowl, native to the forest and plains of India and Sri Lanka. Peacocks are more than just pretty birds. They're symbols of beauty, royalty, and even immortality in many cultures. In Hinduism, the peacock is associated with Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, and rides alongside the god of Karatika into battle. Can you say that? Tarakika! That iconic fan of feathers is actually called a train, and it's used during mating displays. The train can measure over 5 feet long and features up to 200 iridescent eye spots which shimmer in blues, greens, and golds depending on how the light hits them. Interestingly, those vivid colors aren't from pigment, they come from structural coloration. Tiny microscopic crystal-like structures in the feathers reflect light in different wavelengths, creating that rainbow effect. And yes, it works. Research shows that peahens prefer males with the most eye spots and the largest, most symmetrical displays. In the world of peafowl, flashiness equals fitness. Despite their enormous trains, peacocks can fly, though not far. They usually launch themselves into trees to roost safely away from predators. They may look like runway models, but they've got the wings to match. They're also surprisingly loud. Peacocks have a high-pitched, trumpeting call that can carry over a mile, especially during the breeding season. It's not always graceful, but it gets the job done. Peacocks are omnivores, and they're not picky. They eat seeds, insects, fruits, and even small reptiles like snakes. In some cultures, they're kept as natural pest controllers. Females, though less colorful, are incredibly important. Peahens lay between 3 to 12 eggs and care for their chicks solo. The young are born precocial, able to walk and forage within hours of hatching. Peacocks have made their way far from their native lands. Today, they roam palace gardens, farms, and city parks across the globe. In some places like England, they've been symbols of nobility since the 14th century. Here's some fun facts, quick ones for you. The average lifespan is 15 to 20 years. Top speed when running, 10 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. You think you can run 10 miles an hour, Maddie? Number of tail feathers, 150 to 200. That's a lot of tail feathers. A group of peafowl is called muster or ostentation. Fitting, right? Whether dazzling a mate, escaping predators, or simply putting on a show, peacocks are some of nature's most captivating performers. Beauty, brains, and a little bit of drama. They've got it all. Peacocks are bold, brilliant, and iconic. I really enjoyed that, didn't you, Maddie? I think peacocks are really, really pretty. Don't you, Maddie? You probably saw some peacocks when you went to the zoo last year, didn't you? Well, we have time for one more animal that starts with the letter P. And this time, we're going to learn about the animal through a song. So here's a song about Mr. Pelican.
Hey kids, look up high. It's a bird with a giant beak flying by. Wanna know what it is? It's a pelican. Paddle, paddle, Mr. Pelican, gliding flying through the sky like a ceiling fan. Wings so wide, beak so long, catching fish where the waves are strong. He dives from high, then splashes down, scoops up fish with a beak so round. He's got a pouch that stretches wide like a grocery bag on the ocean tide. Oh, pelican, pelican, flying free, cruising over rivers and the salty sea. With your beaky scoop and your flappy feet, you're the coolest bird that we'll ever meet. Oh, 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 pelican, pelican, big and bold. You're a seabird superstar, brave and cold. From coast to coast and dock to dock, you're the king of the fishing flock. Sometimes they fly in a V-shape too. They like to nest up high in trees with the ocean breeze and fishy feast. They don't just fly, they love to float, riding the waves like a little boat. They shake their heads and flap their wings, then gulp their lunch with a mighty swing. Oh, pelican, pelican, flying free, cruising over rivers and the salty sea. With your beaky scoop and your flappy feet, you're the coolest bird that we'll ever meet. Oh, 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 pelican, pelican, big and bold. You're a seabird superstar, brave and cold. From coast to coast and dock to dock, you're the king of the fishing flock. Did you know that your pouch can stretch more than your belly? It's quite a catch. You can hold 3 gallons, maybe more. That's a whole lot of fish to store. And when you yawn, your pouch can flip like an upside down jelly dip. It's weird, it's wild, it's wiggly fun. Being a pelican weighs a ton. Oh, oh, pelican, flying free, skimming the waves so happily. With your goofy walking and your diving style, you make the ocean laugh and smile. So flap your wings and puff your chest. Pelicans, you're the best of the best. From sunrise light to sunset gold, you're a story of the sea that never gets old. Goodbye, Mr. Pelican. See you next wave.
That sure was a fun song, wasn't it, Maddie? Pelicans sure have a large mouth, don't they? Wow. Well, I've really enjoyed learning about animals that start with the letter P. I hope you have too, Maddie. Until next time, hugs and kisses.